What's going on, guys? Funksman here and welcome back to another tutorial. And today, guys, I'm going to show you 5 different inputs for our combination lock in Minecraft Pocket Edition. So if you guys are excited for that, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new. And without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So the 5 blocks we're gonna be using as our input for the combination lock are furnaces, cauldrons, composters, chests, and the levers. The reason we have the levers over here is because that's the basic block when you are using the combination lock. Everyone is going to look for the levers or the buttons, but no one is actually gonna look for the chests, composters, cauldrons, and furnaces as a way to crack the combination lock. It's amazing because you can connect it to some kind of secret passage, door, or pretty much any other redstone contraption. The redstone for this is incredibly simple, and all we have is just some comparators coming out of the blocks that we're actually scanning. In this case, it's going to be the furnace, and we have them going into the blocks. The way we're actually choosing the password is by having the redstone in front of the blocks that we're gonna be using for the password. You can see we have these two as a password and the bottom left one right over here. And for the other ones that we are not using for password, we basically have a repeater right there, and these repeaters kind of act as a little security system. What that means is that basically you can cheat the system by filling every single furnace. If you fill every single furnace, this redstone line is still going to be activated even though you cracked the code over here, because the torches are actually going to deactivate, but because we have the item in a wrong furnace, the redstone repeaters are going to keep this line powered. So what that means is that we need to put the correct combination in, which is in our case this one, the middle top and the bottom right over here. And as you can see, once we place the items over here, the redstone is going to deactivate, basically meaning that we are either going to open or close one of our redstone contraptions. But again, if you try to actually cheat the system and place another item right there, you can see it's not going to be deactivated because this redstone repeater is going to keep it all powered. So the only way to actually open and deactivate this redstone over here is by putting in the correct combination that we set previously, and the other ones are pretty much the same. These two over here are using the same redstone, and the chest and the levers are a little bit different, but they're also easy. So you can see the cauldrons are pretty much set up exactly as we have the furnaces. This time we just changed our password. In this case it's going to be the top, middle, and the corners on the bottom. In order to deactivate this, all we need to do is just place the water in correct cauldrons, and as you can see it's going to deactivate. Again, if you actually try to cheat the system, this redstone is actually going to be activated because you need to put in the correct code. The composter might be my favorite one because you can actually use it as a wall, and no one would ever guess that you actually need to put some items in the wall in order to open some kind of secret passage. Again, the redstone is the same, we just have different password. In this case, we need to grab up any kind of the plant or leaves and basically put it in the correct composters, and as you can see it's going to deactivate. Again, if you try to cheat the system, this redstone is going to stay activated and basically nothing would happen. The way to actually deactivate this is just by filling it with enough leaves until it turns into a bone meal, or basically just breaking it and replacing it. The reason we have one block gap in between the chests over here is because you can see they're not full blocks, and between them there is a little gap and you would be able to see the redstone otherwise, but that's pretty much the only difference. The redstone is pretty much the same over here. We have the comparator going into a block with redstone torch over here if we want to use that block for the password. If not, we just have the repeaters as we have for all of the rest over here, and basically again you can cheat the system. So in this case our password is this one and these two on the bottom. So basically what we need to do is actually place an item inside of the chest over here. So just go ahead and do something like that, and of course you can basically set any password that you would like, and you can see that redstone is going to turn off. Again, try to cheat and nothing is going to happen because redstone is gonna get activated by one of the repeaters. And finally, for the levers, we have the exact same thing over here for the redstone. One thing that you don't need to use is the comparators, because we don't need to actually scan any of the blocks for the items. You can basically use repeater instead of them, but I basically wanted to keep it with the theme and give you guys one simple way to make a combination log, so you can use the repeater instead of the comparator right there, but just to again keep it with the theme, we're gonna go for the comparators. The reason we have one block up in the middle is because the levers are expected thing to actually use when you're working on the combination log, and what the people would usually do is just have signs over here with the numbers, for example saying that these two levers are 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and so on and so on. But you can see the redstone for all of this is incredibly simple, and I'm going to show you how to make it right now. Since the redstone is basically the same for all of them, we're going to use the furnace for an example. We're going to need the blocks of your choice, redstone comparators, redstone repeaters, some redstone torches, and of course some redstone dust. We're going to start off by making a 2x3 wall of the furnaces, but of course you can make this as big as you want, but that's basically going to make the combination a lot bigger and a bit more complicated. But once you are done with that, basically go ahead and grab yourself the block of your choice and place it behind the first layer of the furnaces. Then we can have the comparators coming out of the top layer and coming out of that block just like so. Then go ahead, grab yourself the block of your choice and place it on top of these comparators over here, because we need these comparators to have a block to go into. Then basically go ahead and choose yourself the password. In this case we're just gonna use these two blocks over here and another one over here at the bottom, and the ones that we're not using, basically go ahead and have a repeater coming out of them going into the block just like so. We're not gonna be using this one, so we need another repeater right over here and a block right there. Then just go ahead and put the redstone over here just like so, and basically lead it anywhere that you want. You can basically connect these to any kind of the redstone contraption, but you can see that these torches are basically gonna be powering these redstone dust, so that means that we need to deactivate the torches in order to deactivate the redstone. But again, if we try to cheat the system, the repeaters are going to prevent that. So in order to deactivate this redstone, again we need to place in the correct code. So that would be this one right over here, the top middle, and the bottom right over here. And you can see that the redstone is gonna get deactivated. Again, if you try to cheat, it's not going to happen. But yeah guys, that's pretty much all there is for this video. Those were the 5 different inputs for a combination lock in Minecraft Pocket Edition. So if you guys have enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new. I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.